Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am beyond excited to be sharing with you guys my very first curated bundle with e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is such a pinch me moment, you guys. Like, I cannot even believe it. So I love e.l.f. and you guys already know that. I mean, I love everything about them. The fact that they're affordable, they're vegan, cruelty free, and you can get really bomb high quality makeup looks using their products without breaking the bank. And that's something that I love, and I feel like we've built our community here on my channel based on drugstore makeup. So this is very special to me, and I'm so excited to have my very own little bundle with all my favorites. So yeah, I have 9 of my favorite products here. These are all holy grails and things that I constantly have in rotation. And the 9 products retail for this much. I'll leave the price because I don't remember at the top of my head, but I also do have a coupon code for you, which is JuicyJas, and that gives you 25% off my bundle as well as site-wide on e.l.f.'s website. So if you want to splurge on some other items on there, you can use my code and get 25% off. So I want to give a huge thank you to e.l.f. Cosmetics for sponsoring today's video and also giving me the opportunity to curate this bundle. It really is so special to me, and they allowed me to add my own little personal touches into the box and everything, and it just really means a lot to me. So thank you so much, e.l.f., for this amazing opportunity. And thank you to you guys, my subscribers, my friends. I appreciate you guys so much, and none of this would be possible if it wasn't for your support. So this is our success and our collab together. So we're just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna walk you guys through the box and everything that's in here, and then we're gonna do a get ready with me, and we're gonna use up all the products. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a snack and let's get into it. So this is what the box looks like. It is yellow and pink, which are my 2 favorite colors. In my office, I have pretty much all yellow, pink, or like pink and gold, and I just love the combination. It's just so cute and girly, and it's fun. It's me. So when e.l.f. asked me kind of what I wanted on the box, I created a mood board for them with just like random things that I like that kind of just relate to me in my life. Of course, on the box, we have Bernard, which if you guys are new, Bernard is my 7-year-old pup. I call him a pup even though he's literally huge, but he's such a big baby, and he is the love of my life. So this means a lot to me that they allowed me to incorporate Bernard on here. Like, I'm gonna keep this box forever and cherish it forever because it really is just so special to me. So of course he is on here. And then there's also just a couple random things that are in the box that I kind of like wanted to add and just to make cute. And they almost look like little doodles. So here we have like a little bite-sized eyeshadow, just some little hearts, a putty blush up here. And then on the side we have a lip plumping gloss, xoxo, because I love Gossip Girl. So I had to incorporate that in here some way, somehow, because it is my all-time favorite show that I rewatch over and over again. And then we have a little liquid glitter shadow. And then here on the side, we have a flawless concealer brush, which is my holy grail, which is of course in the bundle. And the reason there's a Lily here is because my cousin and my mom both have a Lily in their name, and it's kind of like their nickname at this point. And they might not share the same exact love for makeup that I do, but they are still a part of my journey and a part of the process. So I had to incorporate them in some way. So the Lily represents them, and then we have some cherries, and the cherries is just kind of like a little snack that I wanted to incorporate because I always tell you guys to grab a snack. So they really like brought my vision to life with this box. I love like the details behind it. When you open it up, this is what it looks like, and there's my little card that just fell out, and it says hi beautiful friends on here, because I always say you guys are my friends. I don't like to consider you guys fans or anything like that. Like, you're my subscribers, my friends, my virtual besties. And then we have my little card on here, and this card is basically just kind of breaking down how much this collab means to me, why I love e.l.f., and kind of just a little backstory. I sent this to them and I was like, oh, this might be a little bit too long, and I'm actually really surprised that they kept everything that I wrote in this little card. So if you guys get my bundle, I'll let you read my little card, but that's, long story short, that's basically what's in here. So let's chat about everything that's in here, no particular order, by the way. So first we have the very famous Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I have been using this for also so long, I don't even remember, but it's definitely been a few years because I was using it when they had the old packaging. This is a different bottle, but same exact formula, and I love this spray because it gives you just the prettiest dewy finish while also setting your makeup. So this is for me as a staple all year round because I have combination skin, but I love dewy skin, like fall, winter, spring, summer, give it to me all year. So I love it. And then we have 2 putty blushes here, and these are my 2 favorite shades. And I think these colors are perfect as like transitional fall shades. And I think actually when you guys are watching this, it is officially fall. So they are warm, toasty shades, but they give you the prettiest wash of color. They're buildable and super smooth. And there is a tool in here that I love to use with these putty blushes. Then we have the lip exfoliator. This one is the brown sugar one, and I actually use this weekly. So I usually like to use this on Sundays or Mondays before I start the week and before I start filming new content. And this is gentle but effective. I have tried so many other lip scrubs and I always go back to this one. It's like under $5 and it removes any dead skin that you may have on your lips, and it just leaves them super soft and just prepped for your lip products. I feel like everybody needs a good lip scrub, and this one is it. And then we have a lip plumping gloss in the shade Champagne Glam. This is also a shade that I feel like is universal and that will work for anybody, no matter what lip product, no matter what skin skin tone. I have all the shades in the lip plumping glosses, but the Champagne Glam, something about it, it's just a classic color that looks good. Like I said, on everybody, with anything, it's just such a good color. Smooth, creamy, juicy wet lips. You will love it. Then we have the liquid glitter shadow in Flirty Birdie. These are super versatile. You can use them all over your lid. You can use them as glitter liner. They're so sparkly and glittery. They come in beautiful shades, but again, Flirty Birdie is just a color that I feel like is going to look good on everybody. And then we have the Bite Size eyeshadow, and this one is in Truffle. So this was something that was a little difficult for me to choose because I love all of the Bite Size eyeshadows. They are creamy and pigmented. I love little palettes like this because you can create one look using one little palette and you don't have to worry about dabbling into a ton of other shades or getting overwhelmed with too many colors. These are just like perfect for every day. But like you can see, my makeup today is a little bit more glam, so you can also do more dramatic looks with these little palettes as well. But I went with the shade Truffles because I feel like these are staples to have in your collection, and the black shade alone is one of the best black shades that I have in my collection. It's perfect for smoky looks, or if you want to do like some winged liner using eyeshadow instead of eyeliners. A black shadow is necessary, and this one is great for the price. It's just so rich and pigmented, and I love all the other shades in here as well. So everything that I have on my eyes is using this palette. And last but not least, we have two brushes, and these brushes are also things that I use every single time I do my makeup. So first we have the Flawless Concealer brush. I love these for blending out concealer or for fixing any makeup mistakes. It's just the perfect size. It's fluffy, it's soft, and it's the best. I love it. And then we have the Complexion Duo brush. This to me is like a universal face brush. You can use this for creams, for liquids, and it picks up just the right amount of product, whether you're using a cream or a liquid, and it buffs everything out and makes it look so airbrushed and smooth. So that is everything in this box, you guys, and I'm truly honored that e.l.f. chose me to curate this bundle with them. They could have chose anybody, and they chose little old me. By the way, I tried to have some variety with all the products in the box, obviously my favorites, but I wanted to include something for eyes, lips, and face, which equals e.l.f. Cosmetics, of course. So yeah, let's get ready together and I'll show you guys all the products in action. All right, you guys, so I'm in the process of doing my brows right now, and I'm starting off with the first product in my bundle, which is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I use this every single time I do my makeup. It is a staple, a must-have, and just like, honestly, one of the best brushes that I have in my collection. So I like to use this brush to blend out the concealer when I clean up my brows. So you can see I already filled in my brows, and now I just carved them out. And then I just take this brush and just blend out the concealer around the edges, and it just looks so seamless every single time. That's why, like I said, I use this brush every time I do my makeup because it really is such a good versatile brush, and it blends products in so seamlessly, and like the size, the shape of it, everything is perfect, so you can really get in there and be precise. I'm gonna exfoliate my lips before I prime the lids, and then we'll go back into that Flawless Concealer brush and I'll show you guys how else I use it in my makeup routine. But let's exfoliate the lips because you guys already know I always have to keep my lips nice and moisturized before filming. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Brown Sugar Lip Exfoliator. This is another staple for me, and I just have mine here, which, like I said, I use mine weekly, so it's very much used up, but I'm gonna use this now just to prep my lips. So you could apply this, since it does come in like a lipstick tube, you can apply it like you would a normal lipstick, or you could take some with your finger, which is what I'm gonna do. Either way, so this is what it looks like. You really don't need a lot to get that good exfoliation, and of course it is brown sugar, and it honestly smells just like it. So I like to just take the product and just apply it directly onto my lips with my finger, and basically just scrub the lip product all over my lips, around my mouth, basically wherever it gets super dry. So the lips are nice and soft. I'm just gonna go ahead and moisturize, and I'm gonna use the Bite Size Lip Balm from e.l.f., and this one is the mint one. So we are prepped and ready to go. Final thing I'm gonna do before we start with the actual makeup is just go ahead and prime the lids. Whenever I blend out my eye primer normally, and this can work with whether you're using an eye primer or a concealer on your lids, I always like to use this brush to blend everything out. It just gives me such an even diffused look. This is probably my most used brush in my entire collection. So I'm gonna start off with the Bite Size eyeshadow, and this one is in the shade Truffle. Clearly, I love my palette. I use it all the time, and especially the black shade. It is one of my all-time favorite black. It's so good. But all of the colors in here are pigmented, rich, and you can really create a full look just using this little palette. So I'm gonna take this soft brown, and I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. As always, I'm gonna go ahead and build this up, top off the excess. You can just see how rich and pigmented these shades are. Then I'm gonna go into this rich chocolate brown, which is another really good shade that you can also do winged liner with, like as eyeshadow, and it's gonna be a little bit less harsh than black. So if you still wanna keep it smoky, but you don't wanna commit to like a black shade, you could always use the brown as well, because this is a good like rich brown. I'm gonna use it today just to add a little bit of darkness to the outer crease. I always start off like really lightly, and then I'm gonna work my way up to get this to be a little bit darker and more smoky. I love this shade. You can see it is so rich. So definitely recommend starting off with a light hand, which I'm still learning to do myself. I am extremely heavy-handed. You guys always tell me in the comments, but I think I've gotten a little bit better. A little bit. I think with eyeshadows, you really just have to take your time, just blend. And that was just me dipping my brush in a tiny bit. Like I'm telling you guys, a little bit goes a long way. I'm dipping ever so lightly. Next, I'm gonna go into this shimmer shade right here. This is like a gorgeous, like taupey, cool tone shade. You could use your finger with this as well, but I'm gonna use a flat shader brush because then I can get in there and be a little bit more precise with the color. And I'm gonna spray my brush because I do that with all of my eyeshadows. It just makes them pop and just stick a little bit better. I love this color, it is so pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Glitter Shadow. I love these so much. I went with the shade Flirty Birdie because it is such a universal color that I feel like would look good on everybody. So I love the shimmer and the way it looks just on its own, but I'm gonna add a little extra pop of glitter. Now with this, I like to do glitter liner, or I like to just kind of add it on the center. It really just depends on the look. So what I'm gonna do is just dip directly into the product, and I'm gonna use that same brush that I was using on my lids. And I'm just gonna start packing that glitter where I applied that shimmer shade. Just kind of almost makes the color look a little bit more like foiled and glittery. You could also take the actual brush and apply this directly as well. There's different ways to apply this, so totally up to you, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Sometimes I like to use a brush so I can be just a little bit more detailed. And something that I love to do whenever I'm using glitter is I will take just a little like angled brush. This is actually an eyeliner brush. I'm gonna use this later on for some gel liner, but I'm gonna take the same product. I'm gonna apply some onto the brush, and I'm gonna use this to create some glitter liner. So I'm gonna add this right here. I love doing this. I just feel like it emphasizes the lid shade and just makes everything pop a little bit more. So really you don't need to apply a shimmer before going in with these glitters. But I of course wanted to use all the colors and everything in my bundle just to show you guys. But these are two options as far as eyeshadow that you could do with the products in the bundle. But the glitter is like so pretty, like not to use today. I have to use it. You don't need to spend a lot of money on liquid glitter shadows because these exist. You're welcome. So I'm gonna use that same brush that I was using to apply the glitter, and I'm gonna go in with some black gel liner. And we're gonna do a wing. I normally prefer a regular like liquid liner to apply, but since I'm gonna be smudging this out, a gel liner is gonna be a lot easier to blend and to work with. Now I'm going back into the Truffle eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go in with the black shade, and I'm gonna dip into actually some of the brown and some of the black a little bit, because again, it's very pigmented. So I'm gonna take those colors and I'm gonna start where basically close to where the wing is, and I'm gonna start kind of smudging it out. I'm doing really tiny motions back and forth, just to create that smudged out wing. I'm also gonna do this on the lid area a little bit as well. Not too much because I don't wanna take away from the glitter, but I love doing this. It just makes the look a little bit more sultry. This is obviously always an option. I love doing just traditional winged liner with looks like this, but I also love doing this kind of look, especially in the fall. So let me finish up the eyes and then we will move on to the skin. So I'll be right back. So I already did my skin prep. I already have primer and everything on, so I'm gonna move straight into foundation. And for today, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I absolutely love this. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations. It has great coverage, it's lightweight, and a little bit goes a long way, and you get full coverage. It's amazing. So I did a full review and wear test and everything when this first launched, and it's still like one of my favorites. And I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. This is literally the best brush. For liquids, creams, you can use it for foundation, cream bronzer, cream blush. e.l.f. did not come to play with this CC cream. It's so bomb. So this brush fits perfectly for, again, foundation, cream products, and you can also use the other brush on the other side for the inner corner of your eyes to blend out just small, precise areas on your face, or for cream contouring. So this is a great, just like a universal face brush that you could use for literally anything. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Medium Peach. This is my ride or die. I can't tell you guys how many times I have used this on my channel, and especially last year. Like, I feel like last year was the year that I used up this concealer in like every single drugstore makeup tutorial. It's just so good. And to blend this out, I'm gonna use the Camo Concealer Sponge, which is another favorite. So I'm gonna skip out on cream bronzer today, and we're just gonna do cream blush. The two that I have from my bundle, I love. These are my go-to shades. I just love a warm cheek. I wanted to have two options. One that I feel like is a little bit lighter, kind of for every day. This is Bahamas. It's like a light peachy orangey shade, but it's not too bright. So I'm gonna do this one on one side, and then I'm gonna take the shade Bali on the other. This is similar, it's warm, but this one has a little bit more of a richer, more toasty red undertone. Another great shade for fall. So I'm gonna use that same brush again that I was using for my foundation. I love the way the putty blush applies with this brush. It picks up just the right amount of product, and it makes blending so easy. Look at that wash of color. I'm in love. Obviously, the more color you add, the more pigment you're gonna get on your cheeks. Then on the other side, I spot cleaned that brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Bali. So you could see Bali is a little bit more, like, has a red undertone, and Bahamas is a little bit more orangey. So something else that I wanted to show you guys that I love with the Flawless Concealer Brush, so I just added a little bit more concealer to the inner corners, and with the brush, I will take the product and really just like tap it and press it into the skin. And you can just see it blends everything so seamlessly. So it's good for inner corners or just more precision blending. Or you could also use the other side of the Complexion Duo brush for precision blending as well. This one's a little bit smaller. The Flawless Concealer Brush is definitely a little bit fluffier, but they're both great. And of course, the sponge is amazing for concealer. Clearly, it's the Camo Concealer Sponge, but sometimes you just need to get a little bit more detailed, and with these brushes, I feel like you can do that effortlessly. Now we're gonna move into powder. I'm gonna go in with the Halo Glow Setting Powder in the shade Light. This is the best loose setting powder that's like naturally glowy. So now I'm gonna add some bronzer just to warm up the skin. I'm gonna go in with the Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sun Kissed. This is just so smooth and beautiful. Honestly, e.l.f., if they came out with like a primer infused powder, that would be bomb, because this formula is so beautiful on the skin. So I love this. I'm just gonna add this just to add a little bit more color back to the skin. Just to emphasize the blush a little bit more, I'm gonna go with the Primer Infused Blush, and this one is in Always Peachy, just to complement the Peachy Cream Blush. And I'm just gonna add just a little bit of this. Then I'm gonna top that off with the last product for the skin, and this is the Metallic Flare Highlighter in 24 Karat Gold. This is another favorite. It is so intense, so I'm just gonna try to be light-handed with it because I want like a nice light glow, but still a little wet, dewy skin moment. So I'm gonna do lips and then lower lashes setting spray, and then we will be wrapped up with this look. I'm gonna show you guys this lip plumping gloss in Champagne Glam just on its own. It's so beautiful. So I am gonna add some lip liner, but I'm gonna add this to my bare lips first so you guys can see the color. So it's like a clear essentially, but it has a really light like champagne shimmer, and it makes your lips look so juicy and wet. And the gloss is super smooth and creamy, so even though there's like sparkle and some shimmer in there, you can't actually feel it on your lips when you rub them together. So I love that. So that is the color on its own. I'm gonna add some lip liner. This is the Retro Paradise lip liner. This is still one of my favorite lip pencils ever. Last time I checked, this was still on e.l.f.'s website, and if you can get your hands on this lip kit, 20 out of 10 would recommend. Last but not least, we're gonna go back into the Bite Size Eye Palette, and I'm gonna take the brown color, and then I'm gonna smudge a little bit of the black on the outer portion and just connect it up to the top of the wing. So the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist is the last and final product that is in my bundle, and I absolutely love this spray. It gives you just like this really pretty natural dew without making your skin look greasy. It's almost just like a healthy dew. It's just so bomb. So I'm gonna set the makeup. So that officially completes this full face using all products from my JuicyJas x e.l.f. Cosmetics bundle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, check the description box below. Everything will be linked. And don't forget to use my coupon code JuicyJas to get 25% off site-wide on e.l.f.'s website as well as on my bundle. And when you guys are watching this video, my bundle will be live. So yeah, I hope you guys love it, and I hope you love all the products just as much as I do. Shout out to e.l.f. Cosmetics and the team. You guys are awesome. And thank you to you guys again, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have these great opportunities. So that is it for today's video, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.